Welcome to Macabre Theater, guys. The only joint in town where you wish you could join the undead immediately. That can be arranged.
Happy Halloween! And who better to celebrate Halloween with than Ivonna Cadaver? Check it out.
Welcome to another deliciously dark evening of devilish debauchery.
I'm your host, of course, Ivonna Cadaver.
Ivonna Cadaver is actually Natalie Popovich, and she is being called the new face of the undead. And so, Ivonna, thank you for joining me here. I know it's a big step because you normally don't come out in daylight.
I normally don't come out in daylight, but I'm going to have a fantastic time with you, Jane. I also have to get a blood sample.
You know, we goof around like this because we're actually good friends. And we're both in sobriety. I'm 60 years sober, and Natalie is newly sober. And we're going to talk about your struggles with sobriety in a second, but let's check out a little bit more of Macabre Theater on this Halloween.
Crow! I tell you what I need.
All right, now, of course, we're here in Los Angeles covering the Michael Jackson case, and a lot of issues about drugs and drug use and drug dependency have come up. And again, I'm sober, you're sober. Tell us about Hollywood. You're deep in Hollywood, and you have struggled with sobriety. What's the connection between Hollywood and addiction?
There's big pressures, big personalities, and there's a lot of addiction in Hollywood because we have a lot of pressures on us to perform, be in front of the camera, be in front of our fans. And unfortunately, when the two come together and you don't have the coping mechanisms of being sober, it becomes very difficult.
But you are sober now.
I am happily sober. It's a whole different experience, and I'm finally getting to the point where it's becoming easier.
And does it help you with your role as Ivonna Cadaver in Macabre Theater?
It does, because you're always ready. You suit up and you go and you get the job done, and it does become easier. And and living in the moment instead of living in your head and being obsessed and self-obsessed and all these things that we do, it's a lot easier to be able to be the fantastic ghoul that I need to be.
Well, I know we have a clip of Michael Jackson from his fabulous, most ghoulish performance, the classic of all classics, Thriller. Let's check it out for a second. What could be more perfect for Halloween? And when we watch performances like Thriller, we don't realize how hard it is, how much artistry goes into it.
Yeah, there's tons of artistry, and that is an example of one of the best videos ever made, one of the best icons that there's ever been, and the tragedy that happened in Hollywood because of the addiction.
Yeah, his family doesn't like to say he's an addict, but certainly we've heard a lot of testimony about struggles with drugs, and so many people do struggle. I've struggled to stay sober, you've struggled to stay sober, and we're both sober right now, so that's great. More in a second.
Welcome to another deliciously dark evening of devilish debauchery.
I'm your host, of course, Ivonna Cadaver.
I'm here with my dear friend Natalie Popovich, who plays Ivonna Cadaver on Macabre Theater, called The New Face of the Undead. You're going to be out partying, but you're partying sober tonight. What advice would you have for your fans?
I would say for my fans, instead of picking up a drink or picking up whatever you're going to pick up, just pick up some blood. And if you have lack of blood, come see me. I've got it for you guys. We're going to have fun tonight. We're going to be on the streets of Hollywood, West Hollywood, Santa Monica, all over. But come see me because I've got your blood instead of the other things that you don't need.
So in other words, you're partying sober tonight.
I am.
All right. Well, Ivonna Cadaver, I know you don't speak like this, but I will. We are not in Transylvania. We are Los Angeles. But I am here with the new face of the undead, and we're having some fun.